Hey guys, my name is Natalie. I am a registered nurse. I have been a licensed nurse since 2017 and practiced in the state of Illinois and Virginia. And I'm here to share my journey with you, which I wish I had started doing sooner because I wish I had somebody to tell me about the industry, how to get jobs, the different types of jobs, all the ins and outs of nursing school. And there's so much that when I got to the end of nursing school and starting my first job that I wish I knew before I did all that. So I'm here to share that with you. So how did I get where I am now? Why I wanted to go into nursing? For most people, it's because they want to help people. That's usually the general answer everybody gives. Honestly, I'm just a big science nerd. I loved biology, I loved sciences, anatomy and physiology, all of that was my jam. Actually had looked into and considered going to school to be a doctor, but I didn't want to go to school for all that. I'm definitely somebody who wants to do a lot of things, try a lot of things, maybe switch jobs throughout my life. I didn't want to be tied and stuck to one job that I would have to go to school for 6 years. So next best option I looked into was nursing. So that is how I got into that. My first job that I got out of nursing school was in the ER. I ended up going into the peri-surgical area. I did PACU, ended up training to do pre-op, post-op. All that stuff was kind of easy and natural once I have been in the ER to do a lot of those things. And transferred different departments, different hospitals. I have also been a physician referred exercise program nurse. So I worked at a gym and physicians actually referred clients to come to the gym and get a membership and work within our program. So I worked with people that had very special medical needs. Nursing school. I ended up going to a 4-year nursing school that was affiliated with a local hospital in my city. And I would highly recommend doing that. I did get into a large 4-year private college, even on scholarships. It was, oh my gosh, it was gonna be crazy. It was gonna be a lot more money, and I only got in to be on a 2-year wait list. So I would have had to wait 2 more years before I could even start nursing school. So I wasn't gonna do that. I actually had 2 nursing colleges in the city I grew up in, and I toured both of them in depth and ended up picking which one I thought was best for me. I still did a 2-year community college prior to that just to get the prerequisites and then go to the nursing college because that was even cheaper than just going to the nursing college for 4 years. So nursing college is not what I thought it was going to be. I was a really strong student, AP student, straight A student, loved school, was really good at it. It was hard, and even though the content, the stuff you were learning, the information, it is a lot of information. It is difficult information, but I'm really good at learning stuff and memorizing stuff, but that was the problem. Schooling I'm used to, you learn the info, you memorize it, and then you're tested on it. It's kind of easy. For me, it was easy. This is not like that. You have to learn the information. You can learn the information. You can memorize the whole dang unit that you just did that you're being tested on. There's times that I've looked at the test and I'm like, is this even over what we went over? Or if it is, the questions were so difficult because there's no straight answer. All of the answers are either all correct or all wrong. So it is a whole different way of testing, that you have to think. And it's supposed to be like that to make you critically think as a nurse. It's not just memorizing stuff and knowing it. It's can you critically think and then come up with the most right answer? That was the hardest part for me, the testing. And it actually is rated as one of the most difficult and hardest degrees to get, and for a reason. So nursing school, hard, but you can do it. It's doable. So after that, jobs, my first jobs that I had, working in the ER. That was my first job. I actually started working there as a grad tech, so a technician, but actually I was working there as a student nurse. My school had a program affiliated with the hospital that certain units would have a job for student nurse to train them while they're still in nursing school to then be able to work in that department once they graduate. So I don't remember all the areas that they had that for mine, but I know that I ended up picking ER and applying for that. You know, craziest one, I'm gonna do the most, I'm gonna learn the most, and I sure did. So I technically, all in all, worked in the ER for 5 years, 3 years as a formally registered nurse. But when I did the grad tech position, everything I did as a grad tech is what I did as a nurse. So, well, couldn't even tell you the day that I started working as a registered nurse because nothing changed. And then while I was still working as an ER nurse, a few years later, I applied and started working also as a surgical nurse, not in surgery. I was doing the peri-surgical area. So I did PACU, post anesthesia care unit, and then I also got trained to do pre-op, post-op. Did that for both general inpatient surgery, ended up doing it for outpatient surgery. We had specific units for ortho, we had specific units for eyes and aesthetics and plastics. So I did a little bit of everything, just rotating all of the different departments, all of the different 3 steps of surgery, and then even ended up being sent to other hospitals. And I was still doing all that while still doing an ER nurse. So I ended up taking a break and pursuing some other business ventures for myself and with my husband. So now we own multiple businesses. Got back into nursing a little while later as a prep nurse. So not super common, but that stands for PrEP is a physician referred exercise program. So I was a nurse working in a gym where patients would get referred in by their primary care doctor or their specialist doctor to start an exercise program to go along with whatever other regimens that they're working on for whatever their specific disease issue ailment was. So that could be all the way from, you know, losing weight to just had a baby, all the way to like very severe like cancer, surgery, multiple different ailments that we're working with, and coming up with a very specific exercise program for them. So that was awesome. I highly enjoyed it. It's not as common. I actually didn't even know it was a thing. It was at my own gym, and I didn't even know it was at my own gym. So that was really cool. And now I am currently working on pursuing and looking into aesthetics nursing. So that is my current journey that I'm hoping to also share along in this channel of how I'm getting jobs, how the interviews look, once I start doing it, what it looks like. I'm gonna share all of that too. So I plan to share everything that I have learned while in nursing school, working as a nurse, down to like products, equipment, specialties, and sharing my journey as I keep progressing and learning about new fields and interviews. If you are a nurse, if you are looking into nursing or looking into switching up your field or are in nursing school, subscribe and follow along as I share everything that I know. And if you have anything specific you want to know or want me to talk about, comment below so that I can see those and make sure that I include them in future videos. Looking forward to next time.